So Goro up here pulling Haruhi Suzumiya up in this joint. And what I mean by that is pretty much how he has godly powers, but he's completely unaware of these godly powers. And you have Echo over here just fangirling over him. It's like, oh my god, it's Goro-kun. We finally get to meet. I did all these complicated, nonchalant things so we can meet at this exact time right here. And then as she's just asking all these questions, talking a lot, Goro's like, okay, where am I? I just did this. I just went through this battle. Now, son, I am here. So he's questioning everything that's happening to him. And for good reason. Because imagine you just went through this big, epic final boss battle. And now you're here at this moment. And knowing Goro himself, the kind of character he is, it's very natural for him to act this way when you think about it. Now, he's got this power in a way where he's able to do everything automatically. But the real question is who is Goro then? We always thought before this AI stuff happened, between knowing that God was doing all these things, I didn't know who Goro truly was, besides this kid with a miserable life. But then, all of a sudden, he's not supposed to exist altogether, because Echo even said herself that she don't remember creating him. Everything he does, she cannot predict, because he's just there. So the question is what is Goro? Could he be an inverse matrix or something? Something that was a contradiction to the plan to design even the AI itself doesn't know about. It just shows up, and for some reason, Echo cannot predict or even control anything Goro does. No matter what she throws at him, he automatically dodges or he blocks it, or even cancels it altogether. She's completely useless between his almighty contradiction of power. The question is why though? Everything that's happening. It's like anything this dude does, it happens. It automatically happens. Even if it's not supposed to happen, it does. The question we always want to know is why. Because now we got another question on the horizon. We all know what's going on, the purpose of the game, who was creating it, who's pulling the strings. We know all that stuff. Now we have one last question. Who is Goro? And we probably won't find out till the very end, and they'll probably explain something, but who knows. But he was just nonchalantly doing everything himself, from just picking up the phone, calling Hanako. And as you know, Hanako, we haven't seen her since she was defeated by Law. And when you think about Hanako, well, a lot of the characters, they all had miserable lives and stuff. Hanako was the one who was trying to accept her fate of misery instead of fighting against it, which is something that isn't very anime-like, as you can tell. So now she's in this perfect world. She's in a world where her brother exists, and she's doing who knows what else is happening in her life, but she's just happy that she has her baby brother. And knowing that she's only in this world because Goro was thinking about it shows how selfless Goro is. Think about it. In the beginning of the series, in the first season, every time Goro would use a very huge mass of his power, it will cause him to lose something from himself. Kind of like Makai from Yuki Yuna as a hero. Every time they went Makai, the gods will take some part of them, whether their ability to walk, to hear, to see, to talk, even some memories. The Makai power will take something from you and use the power of the gods. In this way, where Goro was using the power of the gods, he would also lose something. He would lose people memory thinking he was a bad person, or his ability to see, his ability to smell, taste. He was losing all this stuff, and by the near end of the series, he pretty much was on near death's door. He couldn't even see color and everything. Now, here he is, able to use the power without losing anything. It's because they finally created him as a god this time. It seems like in Japanese stories, when you use the power of a god, you have to lose something in return every time you use that power. A very interesting concept, a concept of equivalent exchange, kind of like Full Metal Alchemist when you think about it. Now, that being said, now we have Goro here completely broken and everything. And he doesn't even know it. He finally achieved goal, got her wish and everything to bring Goro back and for him to be this godly like being. And Goro was just there like, yo man, what's going on? So, in this episode, we get to see all the candidates. Well, almost all the candidates come back. Even the ones that have died in last series. Like, that one dude who created the cult. He doesn't leave much of an impact because we only saw him for like, what, one or two episodes. I think one episode, and then he dies, falls into some deep abyss and stuff. So I don't much have memories of him like that, like the other cast and stuff. Everyone in there is pretty much giving their piece of their mind to Echo-chan. And leave it to Yoko Taro to have an entire episode where a little girl, a child, is getting their ass beat to them. Like, she's just getting beat up, man. Just literally just getting hands to it. It's not just children, it's also adults. Everyone's just getting their hands on this kid, just giving their licks in. And she can't do anything about it because Goro wishes it, not knowing he's wishing for this to happen. So each one's giving their take on the ridiculousness of Echo and her plan, wanting to get rid of things because you don't like it, destroying things because you don't like it. It's very immature as a child, but in most Japanese fiction, when you have the almighty being, most people see the almighty being as an innocent child who sees the world as black and white. So therefore, they have this very innocent view of how things are. Heck, even in Dragon Ball Super, the all-powerful beings, the Xenos, were pretty much like children. You know, the way they act, the way they thought, everything. Very no gray area whatsoever, whether you're bad or you're not. And I think that's necessary in a way. So you have the angels there trying to, be advisors to the children to make sure they know what to do in areas, so they're not always causing much rule over the universe as it is. So that's a very interesting concept. And at the end, we see Akisu on the phone talking to him. And another thing we know about Goro is, what does Goro really wish for? We know everyone else's desires, we know everyone else's goals and stuff, but Goro was the first character, but yet we don't know what he wants. In the end, maybe his wish is for everyone else to be happy. I don't know, but maybe he has a personal wish himself to have. But maybe that's the reason why Lowell wanted him to become God so badly, because if you looked at Lowell's story, in the very first series, Lowell herself never really had an actual life. Her life ended before it began. Mom was having an affair, so she got an abortion. Goro found out, and I guess he self unconsciously wished her back as a familiar, helping him through this God game. So after season 1 and season 2, she's reincarnated as a full human this time, with a mom that actually cares for her, but she can't accept what's happening. And at first, I thought the direction of this story was going to go where she would learn to accept what's in front of her, but then all this other stuff starts happening, so now I don't know what to think about that. Okay, everything I thought was going to happen is not happening. We would say Yoko Taro to completely destroy every theory I had and just leave it on the table in pieces. Thank you very much, dude. Well, anyways, I believe we got one more episode left before all this finally ends. How will this end? Who can say? But I'm very intrigued to see what happens next. How will this end? Because what's going to happen? Remember, everything's going crazy in the real world, and the digital world is being destroyed as itself. So what's going to happen? Is Girl going to find a way to end all this stuff in reality? Will they even exist in the reality world since time moves so fast? Who can say? But all I know is that it's just bonkers. So how it's going to end. That'd be some very great ending. Knowing Yoko Taro, there's always a great ending. He really, really gives really good happy endings for most of the characters that's happening. Dragon Guard, not a happy ending. Dragon Guard 3, not a happy ending. Nier, they got what they wanted, but the world for humanity was ending. Nier Automata, even after the game prologue, there was more stuff that was happening that it seems very happy like. And even Thou Should Not Kill, Thou Should Not Die, once again, the ending was very up in the opening. And I don't know about Sinnoh Alice, because I didn't really see that one. And Nier Reincarnation, I guess it was alright. It is the true sequel to the Nier series, is Nier Reincarnation. So there's that. So this one, who knows? Maybe we'll have a great ending after all. Or it could be a happy ending. It could be Yoko Taro's very first happy ending. We'll have to see. I kind of hope it is, because these characters really need it. Because they weren't bad people. They were just given a bad hand at the end of the day. So, here's hoping towards it. So anyways, that's like I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has the background all anime. Signing out.